Okay, here's a quick review of the Genesis 38 backstory. Judah is one of the 12 sons of Jacob. The code exists between chapter 37, where Joseph has been sold by his brothers into slavery, and chapter 39, Joseph's dilemma with Potiphar's wife. Judah visits with friend Hira, the Abdullamite, and ends up marrying the daughter of Shua, the Canaanite. Judah's wife, who is not named in the text, conceives a first son, Hur, the second son Onan, the third son Shelah. Judah begins a marriage arrangement between first son, Hur, and Tamar. But Hur was evil, so God smites him dead. So now, Judah wants his second son, Onan, to marry Tamar. Okay, now here's where it gets really graphic, and where the code begins. Judah's second son, Onan, doesn't want to have children with Tamar, because it will ultimately affect his inheritance. So, when sleeping with Tamar, and as the text reads, he pulls out, and spills his seed on the ground. Onan was also corrupt, so God smites him dead. Then, Judah tells Tamar to just remain a widow, because his third son is too young to marry. Okay, let's look at the first set of 3 verses, from the original ancient text, when decoded at 49 intervals. The characters spell Boaz and Ruth, from the book of Ruth. How is that possible, considering Boaz and Ruth were born 500 years later? Judah's wife dies, and Judah puts off his grieving by going with Hira to a sheep shearing festival with his now grown, unmarried third son, Shelah. As the spicy drama continues, someone tells Tamar, who takes off her widow attire and goes totally hooker, sitting in an open place near the festival, waiting for Shelah. Now, Judah knows what that millennia's escort service looks like, but doesn't recognize it's Tamar. He asks the hooker in question if the payment of a goat will get him some. Since Judah doesn't seem to have a goat immediately available, Tamar asks for a pledge, or a down payment of sorts. Judah asks her what she wants for a pledge, and Tamar says she wants his signet, bracelets, and the staff in his hand. Judah gives these things to Tamar for sex. And she ends up pregnant. Now, Tamar has since hurried back home, and returned to her widow attire. Judah sends Hira back with a goat, to where Tamar was sitting, to get back the signet, bracelets, and staff. But no hookers could be found. Here's the second set of 3 verses decoded at 49 intervals, which spell Obed. Now the code prophecy is at 600 years before Obed was born. Hira asks the men of the town that held the festival about the whereabouts of the hooker, but no one has seen any. Judah, who's really ashamed of himself by now, gets the news from Hira. He remarks sarcastically, "Let the hooker take her own goat to herself." 3 months later, someone tells Judah that Tamar had been entertaining as a hooker. But Judah doesn't know she's carrying his child, and orders her to be branded as a harlot. Suddenly, Tamar's father steps in, saying this signet, bracelets, and staff belongs to the father of Tamar's child. Tamar asks, as if she doesn't know, "Who is the one who gave these items to me?" Judah admits he's the owner of the signet, bracelets, and staff, and exclaims, "Tamar is more righteous than himself, for he should have given her to his grown son, Shelah." Tamar is diagnosed with carrying twins. Tamar begins birthing the first of the twins, so the midwife ties a scarlet thread around the wrist of the anticipated firstborn. The last two verses describe the breech birth of Phares, and his twin brother, Zerah. Lining up possible Dead Sea Scroll dates, with the time of Judah, at 1500 to 1700 before Christ, puts Moses writing the Genesis account, around 1400 BC. Obed, Jesse, and David existed around 1000 BC. This is not the only Bible code. There is another hidden code found in a 500 BC event where God makes a meme out of Satan. This will be revealed in another video, coming soon. So, why do these hidden codes even exist? Part of the answer might be found in 1 Corinthians 2.
But God hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit. For the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of God.